What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Gig Nation. My name is Jonathan, and if you haven't been in the channel before, I cover everything from the gig economy to rideshare and side hustles. So if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. And if you find this video interesting, hit that like button. Show me a little bit of love. So today, we're going to be looking at cars, and more specifically, cars that you can drive for DoorDash. So if you haven't been following the channel, you wouldn't know this, but a lot of you have. So you'll know that I drive a Mazda 3. I'm sitting here in the Mazda 3. It's a 2005 Mazda 3. And lately, I've put a lot of wear and tear on it. I've put a lot of miles on it, delivering with Amazon Flex, DoorDash, kind of testing out all these different services. And I took it to the mechanic about 3 months ago, and he told me I am very close to needing an engine rebuild. So I'm on the last, few thousand miles, whatever it is, whatever it ends up being. I'm getting towards the end of the road, so I got to start thinking of what I'm buying next. And it got me to thinking, this is a good video idea because, a lot of people out there are wondering what you should be driving if you're delivering with DoorDash, maybe Grubhub, maybe Postmates. And the truth is that these companies don't have any real requirements for vehicles, so it's entirely up to you what you want to drive. But what I'm looking for is something that's cheap. I want to spend less than $3,000. I want decent, mileage. I don't want it to be past 150,000. I want it to get good gas mileage, and I want it to be kind of cool. Obviously it's not going to be that cool if I'm paying less than $3,000 and it fits that criteria, but I think I can manage to do this. So I'm going to be looking at used cars on Craigslist today, and I'm going to try and find something sweet. I'm going to try and find something that is going to fit the bill. It's going to, lower my expenses because this is a business decision for me. So let me know which car that you like. Leave a comment down below, and if I get enough comments on the same car, I'm going to go ahead and put an offer in on Craigslist, assuming it's still up after a few days here, and go ahead and take a bid on it. So let's head into Craigslist and start looking for the best used car out there. So let's head over to Craigslist and see if we can find some cars for sale. We're going to search cars and trucks, and then we're going to scroll down here and do a little bit of filtering because obviously we don't want to see all cars. Let's see nothing newer than, let's do 2010 here. And then let's see what pops up when we update this search, see what kind of cars are for sale right now. Now, as we can see, there's a Prius right here, but if we refresh the page, we're getting some real sweet cars. None of them look really great for DoorDash, but I do kind of like the looks of some of these, and this replica MG right here is real sweet. I would love to drive that. Would love to deliver food in it. It's a 4-cylinder, so it can't get terrible gas mileage. Under 6,000, that's kind of out of my price range. But, that's kind of like the dream car one day to deliver food in. But let's get back to reality here, and let's try searching hybrid to see what comes up. As far as the hybrids for sale that are not anything newer than 2010. So we have here a 2005 Honda Civic Hybrid, and that is a steal of a price. So, obviously there has to be something wrong with it. There's a few cosmetic dings here and there. It says the integrated motor assist system does not work. It also says that it burns oil and has a check engine light. So we would obviously need to check that out. It has under 130,000 miles on it. And anytime someone has a check engine light on and hasn't checked it or hasn't resolved it, it's something to worry about. Maybe they did find out what the problem was and it was too expensive, or they're just too lazy. That's kind of a bad sign. So let's see what else is available here, see if we can find any other deals that we may want to put offers on. And I do kind of like that Prius. Priuses are a good car, but once again, $6,000 is a little bit pricey. That's kind of out of my price range. I'm looking for something like $2,000 to $3,000, but that's real shiny. It's still in great condition. It's got a new hybrid battery, 160,000 miles on there. It's getting up there. I'd like to go a little lower. I'd like to go under 130, maybe 140 at most. So let's keep looking. That's not the ideal car. I think we can do better. It would be a sweet car, but let's see what else we can get here. And as we scroll down, some trucks, some more Priuses. Yeah, that Prius is 3,200. We could take a look at that down in Kent. 267,000 highway miles. That is a lot of miles. Even though they're just highway miles, it's still way too many miles for me. I wouldn't buy a car with nearly that many miles on it. It's just going to be really expensive for maintenance and everything else that's going to have to go into it at that point. We're looking for a deal here. We're not, looking to buy someone's car that is really going to put us in a bad position financially. We want something that's going to help us out. So let's lower that price max to 4,000, see what else we can find, see if we can get some better price deals. Something with lower mileage, something that is dependable. Let's see what we can do. So here's this 2007 Toyota Camry Hybrid. I do like Toyota Camrys. They're very reliable. They get pretty good gas mileage. It's not, anything special, but it's a decent looking car. It has everything you need. It's going to do what we want it to do. It's clean title, automatic. Those are both very important. For me, if I'm going to be multi-apping and it's all of a sudden a manual car, that makes my job kind of difficult. That makes things a little bit dangerous. I don't want to be on an accident out there on the road. So I do need that automatic transmission. That's very important to me. And then right here we have this 2004 Honda Civic Hybrid, 2,500. That could be doable. That's a good price. I like that. Almost 150,000 miles on it. That's kind of high, but as we see there, it's a rebuilt title. Yeah, that's kind of risky. So if you know a lot about cars, buying a rebuilt title might not be a terrible thing. They claim here that it's because of hail damage, which if that's really the case, that's kind of just a cosmetic damage thing. So that might be something where we can kind of knock them down. Other buyers might be scared to buy it because it's a rebuild. But if it's nothing, to the frame or to anything like important, if it's really just cosmetic stuff, then that could be a deal there. So let's pull up this other Honda Civic, 240K miles. Once again, way too many miles. I don't think I could even touch something with that many miles on it. It's just crazy. But here's a deal, $1,000 for a Honda Civic Hybrid. Obviously a little bit of cosmetic damage, missing the rear end of the car. And it looks like they kind of just started crashing it and said, hey, might as well not care too much about it. And, if I get into another accident, no big deal. They got into a few accidents. Needs body work. It says that everything is cosmetic and there's no real issues other than that. So, at the end of the day, 130,000 miles, $1,000 car, that's a pretty good deal. I don't know if we have to hide it when we're parking it so our customers don't give us a bad rating. I don't know how that would work. If I pulled up to someone's house in that, it might kind of scare them a little bit. That's kind of a wreck. It's a little bit shady, but once again, that's a deal. And we could probably knock them down further on price. So another good option, I will try and remember that one. And, if I'm real desperate, I'll come back to it because it will do the trick. So let's just search all cars here right now and just have a little bit of fun because I have always wanted to kind of find, like more of an SUV type thing to drive. And obviously that's not what we want to look for with DoorDash. But, let's say we're in a position where we've got our full-time job and DoorDash is just a part-time side gig. Maybe we've set enough money aside that finances aren't the biggest thing because they aren't always. You want to find the right ideal car, but you don't always. Let's take a look at this one here though. 2007 Honda Civic, 140,000 miles, automatic, clean title. Okay, that's good. New Michelin tires in 2018. Wow, and it's blue. I like the blue color. That's a good car. A lot of these Honda Civics out there, and that one's a good price. The price is right. So let's see what else we can get here. Lots of good cars out here. Lots of random stuff. Subaru Foresters have always interested me because of the all-wheel drive, and that's big. If it's snowing outside, if it's bad weather, if it's really rainy, and you want that all-wheel on, that can help you deliver orders in conditions when other people can't, and you're gonna get some better tips. You're going to get potentially some surge pricing. You're going to get a lot of stuff going your ways if you're delivering in the elements. Plus, it's just like a cool car. Subarus have good resale values. They tend to, not need too much as far as maintenance. The only thing that concerns me is the handwriting here. Sorry, the typing here. There's a ton of spelling errors. Obviously, that has nothing to do with the car, but if someone can't type a clean sentence, you don't know if they're taking care of their car. Maybe I'm just being judgy here. I don't know. It could be a great car. And then this one popped up. So the Jeep Grand Cherokee here. I've always wanted a Jeep. I love the Grand Cherokees. They're a badass car. But let's see, 3,800 is a good price. The gas mileage could hit us. It could hit us, but hey, at the end of the day, this is one of those cars that you get a full-time job and then you just deliver on the side and you're kind of making, you're making a little bit of side money. You're not as concerned about gas. Obviously, it's going to get just terrible gas mileage but it's a cool car, and that says something. 3,800 is not a bad price. I'd have to look a little bit further into it just to make sure that, you know, nothing terribly is wrong with it. You can never really trust Craigslist. Like, you can do the best you can, but there's only so much you can do. So going back to these hybrids, I do want to remember this one here, the 1300 2005 Honda Civic. I'm going to get that email address and potentially reach out to this guy. All right, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button. And once again, let me know which car you like the most. Leave a comment down below. If I get like 5 or 10 comments on the same car in the next couple of days, I'm going to go ahead and put a bid in on Craigslist and put an offer on that car. See if I can get it, at least see what the reaction is and see where I'm at, because I do need to be buying a new car here soon. So I got to start making some moves now and planning ahead. And, you know, once again, thanks for watching. Make sure that you are subscribed and check in later for more gig economy updates.